Your brain does some of its most important work after you fall asleep. It's doing the work that keeps your mind sharp for decades. And here's what I've learned in my years in practice. How you spend the last hour before bed shapes how well your brain performs that work. 4 small habits. That's what this video is about. They cost nothing. They don't require supplements, but they may be among the most protective things you do for your mind. I'm Dr. Daniel Carter. For the next 11 minutes, I'll walk you through each one. Let's get into it. In 2013, researchers at the University of Rochester published a study in the journal Science. They had found something extraordinary. The brain has its own cleaning system. It's called the glymphatic system. While you're awake, this system works slowly, almost in the background. But during deep sleep, it activates. Cerebrospinal fluid flows through your brain tissue. It flushes out waste products, including proteins that have been associated with memory decline. Research has shown that during deep sleep, this clearance process is roughly 60% more active than during wakefulness. By our 60s and 70s, the clearance process has slowed significantly, which means the quality of your sleep matters more than it ever did in your 30s. That's why these 4 habits matter. Before we dive in, drop your age in the comments. Tell me, which part of your evening routine feels hardest right now? I read every single one. All right, starting at number 4. Number 4, protect your deep sleep. Not all sleep is equal. When people say they got 8 hours, that's not the full story. Your sleep actually moves through stages: light sleep, REM sleep, and deep sleep. Deep sleep is the stage where your glymphatic system does most of its work. By 50, you typically have half the deep sleep you had at 25. By 70, even less. Here's what disrupts deep sleep most. First, alcohol within 3 hours of bed. Many patients think a glass of wine helps them sleep, but it suppresses deep sleep and REM sleep for the rest of the night. Studies have consistently shown that even one drink reduces deep sleep quality measurably. Second, screens close to bedtime. The blue light from phones, tablets, and TVs suppresses melatonin. Melatonin is the hormone that helps you transition into deep sleep. When it's suppressed, deep sleep is shallow and fragmented. Third, late caffeine. Many adults over 50 become more sensitive to caffeine. A coffee at 2 p.m. that didn't bother you at 35 can absolutely affect your sleep at 60. Caffeine has a long half-life, often 6 to 8 hours. That afternoon cup is still in your system at bedtime. Here's what I recommend. Cut off caffeine after noon or 1 p.m. at the latest. Finish alcohol at least 3 hours before bed or skip it most nights. Set a screens off time about 60 minutes before bed. Read instead, or listen to soft music, or have a quiet conversation. These small shifts protect the sleep stages your brain needs most. Number 3, breathe through your nose at night. This one surprises most of my patients. They've never thought about how they breathe while asleep. This one surprises most of my patients. They've never thought about how they breathe while asleep. Over time, those dips add up. Chronic mouth breathing during sleep has been linked to higher nighttime blood pressure. When you breathe through your nose, your body produces a molecule called nitric oxide. It improves oxygen delivery, including to your brain. Mouth breathing often signals something bigger. If you wake up with a dry mouth most mornings, that's a sign. If you snore loudly, that's a sign. If your partner has noticed you gasp or stop breathing briefly during sleep, that's an important sign. These can all point to obstructive sleep apnea. Research in the journal Neurology found that adults with untreated sleep apnea had significantly higher rates of memory problems. The good news? Treatment reverses a lot of it. Here's what I recommend. If you or your partner has noticed heavy snoring, gasping, or daytime fatigue, mention it to your doctor. In the meantime, small things helps. Sleep on your side rather than your back. Avoid alcohol in the evening. It relaxes throat muscles. Keep your bedroom cool and humidity balanced. Practice gentle nasal breathing during the day. Your body remembers patterns. The more you breathe through your nose while awake, the more you'll do it while asleep. Your brain wants oxygen. Give it a clean pathway. Before we get to number 2, which is about a number most people get wrong, one small ask. If this video is helping you, please subscribe to the channel. We're building a community here for people over 50 who want to protect their minds. Your subscription tells YouTube to share these videos with more people who need them. That's all. All right, number 2. Number 2, aim for 7 hours of sleep, not less. There's a myth I hear often. As you get older, you need less sleep. But the research tells a different story. Here's what we know. Older adults don't need less sleep. They need the same amount as other adults. What changes is the ability to get it. Sleep quality declines with age. Sleep becomes more fragmented. Bathroom trips interrupted. But the requirement remains roughly the same, 7 to 8 hours for most adults. What happens when we chronically sleep less? One of the largest studies on this was the Whitehall 2 study in the UK. It followed nearly 8,000 adults for 25 years. The findings were striking. Adults who consistently slept 6 hours or less in their 50s and 60s had a 30% higher risk of developing dementia compared to those who slept 7 hours. 30% from sleep alone. And the mechanism ties back to what I described earlier. Adults who consistently slept 6 hours or less in their 50s and 60s had a 30% higher risk of developing dementia compared to those who slept 7 hours. What I recommend, pick a wake time and go to bed 8 hours before it. If you struggle to fall asleep, the answer isn't usually more time in bed. Start preparing for sleep 90 minutes before bedtime. Dim the lights. Lower the thermostat. Quiet activities only. Number 1, cool down your bedroom. I put this at number 1 because it's the most underappreciated habit. Most people set their bedroom to whatever feels comfortable when they get in. But temperature turns out to be one of the biggest drivers of sleep quality. Here's why. Your body's core temperature needs to drop to enter deep sleep. When core temperature falls by about 1 to 2 degrees, deep sleep becomes possible. When the room is too warm, your body can't shed that heat. Core temperature stays elevated. Deep sleep is shallow and fragmented. Your brain doesn't get the cleaning it needs. What the research shows. A Harvard study on sleep and temperature found that participants slept significantly deeper and longer in rooms at 65 degrees compared to 75 degrees. And there's another reason this matters after 50. Your body loses some of its temperature regulation ability with age. If you wake frequently in the middle of the night feeling warm, this is likely why. Your body can't cool itself the way it used to. What I recommend: set your bedroom thermostat to around 65 degrees Fahrenheit. If that feels too cold initially, start at 68 and work down over a few weeks. Use lighter bedding. Consider cooling sheets or a lightweight comforter. Open a window if the outside air is cool enough. Use a fan, not just for the air movement, but for the gentle cooling effect on skin. And if you tend to run warm at night, try this. Take a warm shower or bath 90 minutes before bed. Patients who make this one change often report falling asleep faster, sleeping deeper, waking fewer times during the night, all from adjusting a single dial on the thermostat. Your brain does its best work in a cool, dark, quiet room. Let me recap. Number 4, protect your deep sleep. Watch caffeine, alcohol, and screens. Number 3, breathe through your nose. Investigate snoring. Number 2, aim for 7 hours consistently. Number 1, cool down your bedroom around 65 degrees Fahrenheit. 4 habits. None take more effort than the routine you already have. Your brain at 60, 70, 80 is capable of so much more than our culture gives it credit for. Your neurons are still forming new connections, more energetic, more themselves. It's never too late. Your brain is on your side. Small changes, consistent, that's what actually works. If this video helped you, share it with someone you love. Someone over 50. Sleep shapes everything. And in the comments, which of the 4 habits are you going to start with tonight? Tell me. I read every single one. As always, everything I shared today is for educational purposes only. Please talk with your own doctor about your specific situation, especially if you suspect sleep apnea or if you've had persistent sleep changes. I'll see you in the next video. Take care of yourselves.